Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and welcome to another Proshow Gold tutorial. This week we're going to have a look at intro shows. Now if you're a new user to Proshow Gold, you've probably seen intro shows whether you wanted to or not, because when you make a slideshow and you save it out, by default Proshow Gold puts an intro show at the beginning. Now it's a big orange box and it looks a little bit like this. Here it comes. That's it. And then your show starts. And that's what an intro show is. It's a very short clip that plays before your main slideshow. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you how to turn off that yellow orangey box thing that comes in with a bit of a whiz. And then I'll show you how to create one of your own. Okay, so what I've got here is a slideshow that I've completed. And I want to turn this into, let's say, an executable file. So let's click on Create Output. And from that we'll go for a PC executable. Okay, that brings up the menus. Now the thing I want to change is actually on the Shows tab here. So let's click on that one. And here you'll see that same orange box. Now that's the one that pops up at the beginning of your show. Now if you don't want that to appear, simply click the tick here where it says On and it switches to off. So now when you make your slideshow, you won't have any intro show whatsoever. Now, that's pretty good, but sometimes intro shows can be quite nice, particularly if you're doing commercial work or if you just want to personalize the beginning of all your shows. So how do you do that? Well, first of all, you need to turn this back on again, and then you'll need to come down here to the button where it says Select Show. Now, when you click that, it'll take you onto your computer and it'll ask you to find a slideshow to put at the beginning. And that's all an intro show is. It's just a slideshow. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make a very quick intro show and then add that in at the beginning. So let's cancel that and I'm just going to swap over to a show that I've already started to create. Okay, so this is going to be my new intro show. I've done most of the work already. I've just got one more picture to add in. So let's just come in and add this in here. Make a copy of that last slide, edit, and copy, edit, and paste. And I'll just drop in the last one on my little list. And let's just change the fade for that as well. Go with soft plasma. Lovely. Okay, we'll just play that through, make sure that runs correctly. So here we go. Yep, perfect. There we go. So it's a very short, nothing fancy. It's not going to win any awards for animation, but it's a very short show right at the beginning, and that's just going to introduce my new slideshows. Great. Okay, so where do we go now? Well, now we need to put this onto the computer so we can find it again in the future. So first of all, we need to save it. So I'm going to go to File and Save. So I've saved the show. But to be able to find this, I prefer to collect all the show files together because these files are kind of scattered over the hard drive a little bit, and there's a chance that I might accidentally delete them at some point in the future, and if anything's missing, of course, your slideshow isn't going to work. So come up to File and choose Collect Show Files, and this is a great little tool because it'll get all of the files that are used in any slideshow that you're creating and put them all safely together in one place, and it'll take copies rather than the originals as well. All you need to do is say where on your computer you'd like these files to go. So I'm going to click the Browse button, and then I'm going to browse around my computer and onto my C drive, Program Files. I'm going to put it in the Photodex Proshow Gold folder if I can find it. Here it is. Photodex, here we go, Proshow Gold. So we'll put it in there. We'll need to make a folder. Here we go. So it gives us a blank folder, and we'll call this one Intro Show. Okay. So we've given it a name, and now all we need to do is click OK, and it'll collect, when we click the Collect button, all of those files together, and it'll put them in one place. Great. Okay, that's done. Now let's load up my show that I had on a moment ago. Recent shows. And there's the spring show. There we are. Lovely. So here's the show that I want to now add my introduction to. So let's create the output. We'll do a PC executable again. And once again, we're back here. Now we're looking at the same box as before. We still have that orange Proshow Gold intro show. But if we click on the Select Show, we can now navigate to it. And it takes you automatically to the Proshow Gold folder. Just need to go up a step, That's why I put mine in there, because it's nice and easy to find. And there it is, intro show, in that folder. And it's the PSH file, the one with the big purple circle. Click open. And there it is. You can see the orange show now disappears, and it's replaced by my intro show. So now all I need to do is to click on create, and we'll create the demo show. And away it goes. So it's just going to make that show. Nearly there. And there we are. Okay, so it's now made the show. Let's have a little look. Now the first few seconds should be my intro show rather than the Photodex one. Here we go. Perfect. So my intro show played, and then my slideshow starts. Now, of course, at any point in the future, you can always turn those off for if you want a slideshow that doesn't have an intro show, but there's a great way of personalizing the introduction to any slideshow you make inside of Proshow Gold.